How do we stop chasing money and getting money to chase us? Well, we're going to find out today, guys. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Today, guys, money, abundance, wealth. That's the topic. Let's get into it. So I'm going to read you some quotes, and then we're going to talk a little bit about them. Yeah, it's from a book that I read a few times, actually, and just kind of reviewed again recently. Here's the quotes. Thought is the only power which can produce tangible riches from the formless substance. Another one. He has so far made little or no effort to cooperate with formless intelligence to work with the Father. With the Father was in quotes with a capital F, with the Father. Think truth regardless of appearances. Look at disease and you see disease. But if you look at health, you see truth. Truth is only abundance. If a doubt comes to you, cast it aside as sin. If a doubt comes to you, cast it aside as sin. If you see poverty, if you look at poverty, you see poverty. If you look at truth, you only see abundance. Okay, guys. So those are the quotes. And this, when you hear those quotes about the formless substance, about working with the formless substance, cooperating with the formless substance, with the Father, that when you look at disease, you see disease. When you look at the truth, you see health. That's the only truth there is. It's stuff we've talked about. But here's the glitch, guys. Here's the thing. Here's the catch. This book was written published in 1910 and written by Wallace D. Wattles. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. Back then, at the turn of the century, they were talking about the same stuff we're talking about now. The formless substance, working with the Father. Not turning away from appearances, right? What Wattles was saying is that when we look at what is the appearances, that affects our thoughts. But if we can, that the idea is that if you can focus your thoughts on what isn't appearing, what you want, if you can conjure the image of what you want, then you can connect with that formless substance, that intelligence that is also thought. He was saying that back then, right? This is the idea. So the science of getting rich, he called it the science of getting rich, right? But yet he was talking about this formless substance. Finally, his final point on this was, you've got to take it on faith, that there is a formless substance, that there is an intelligence, that if you think with that intelligence and create the image in your mind of abundance, then you will see abundance. It's because we walk around looking at poverty, looking at faith. Friends call us, people talk to us. Everything is about suffering, problems, faith, obstacles, right? And this is what we start thinking of. This becomes our predominant thought. But imagine if we were disciplined with our thoughts and judge not by appearances, right? The Bible said this. Didn't look at the appearances. This is what Wattles was saying as well, working with that infinite intelligence. Well, today, guys, we're going to talk about this, how to conjure up the feeling of abundance in 3 surefire ways. I've got 3 ways that will lead you to everything you want in terms of abundance, wealth, and riches, right? Really, what you want is abundance. With that comes the money comes with that, but all the other stuff comes with that, right? The good health, the good relationships, abundance in life as a whole, right? This is what we want to conjure up, but definitely money's involved here. You don't have to chase it, right? The idea is that it's going to chase you. Everything's going to chase you. So the 3 surefire ways, guys. We've talked about these before, but never like we're going to talk about them today. And using The Science of Getting Rich, I'll leave a link below. That was written by Wallace D. Wattles in 1910, published in 1910. The same stuff we're talking about, guys. Imagine that. Over 100 years later, the secret is still a secret, right? There's no secret. They were talking about it back then, right? So here's your surefire ways to get into the abundance. You gotta conjure up the feeling, right? The feeling, the thoughts and feelings, but you gotta have feeling with the thought, right? Which Wattles didn't talk much about the feeling place, a little bit in there. I think he did actually. But I think he was putting them together, thought and feeling, which is very smart because it is heart, mind. It is thoughts and feelings that is the creative power. We've got to conjure up the feelings. The 3 surefire ways. First one is gratitude. Specifically, guys, gratitude in advance, but loads of gratitude. We talked about this. From day one, we've been talking about the power of gratitude. This is your only, guys, this is one of your, if you don't have gratitude, you're not going to get there. You're going to be chasing, right? You can't, if you're chasing something, you're not feeling gratitude from having it. It means you don't have it. Gratitude in advance gives that energy, gives that feeling to the universe that you already have what you want. You already have that riches. You're already feeling abundant. You feel abundant when you thank God, you thank the universe for everything you have and everything that is coming, because you have faith it's coming in advance, right? Then the other idea that we talked about at one time is giving away. Give away abundance. It doesn't have to be money. It could be compliments, smiles, help somebody, right? It doesn't have to be, it could be money, or it could be this time of year, people are helping out. It could be donating your time. It could be helping somebody, but with feeling, right, that you want to do it, not to log up a photo op on Facebook that you were volunteering and giving out something during the holidays. This is different. This is giving away abundance, right? And you don't need a holiday to do it, right? This is giving it away. When you give something away, you're giving a message to the universe that you already have it. You have it to give away. You must be abundant. You must have the feeling of abundant if you're giving stuff away, if you're giving away. So give away freely. This idea of giving without the expectation of receiving, even recognition or credit or someone noticing or someone thanking you for it. You don't need any of that, right? Think gratitude in advance, give away abundance, right? Leave people with that feeling that when you leave any interaction with a person, they leave with a feeling of increase. This is an idea that Jerry Hicks, the late Jerry Hicks, was the husband of Esther Hicks, the one that channels Abraham, that energy. He always had this thing where he likes in his life, his philosophy is to leave every interaction with an increase. This is a brilliant idea. This is brilliant. This is what we should do. Someone feeling like, wow, they feel more from being with you. It doesn't mean it has to be materially more, and sometimes it's better it's not, but it could be. But they feel more. They feel like they don't feel depleted. They don't feel less when they leave an interaction with you, right? Maybe they feel more loving or they feel increase. And I have it down here, leave everybody with an increase. This is a very powerful thing. Richard Wattles also talks about increase. That's our nature is to increase, to expand. Right? He was talking it in the idea of the formless substance. Keep in mind, this is 1910. So this is before even this stuff was really acceptable to talk about, right? This idea of being with the Father and creating riches by thoughts. And the third thing, with your pure intention, desire, but pure desire, not desire loaded up with resistance of, oh my God, I don't have it. When is it going to get here? I'm doing all the right things, but I still don't get it. No, pure intention is you choose to be rich. You choose to be wealthy. You choose to be abundant. And so be it. The Bible said it, right? As you think, so, as you want, so be it, right? It is yours. Let it be so. So pure intention, choose to have it. Choose to be it, right? This is powerful. You've got to conjure up the image, the feeling. Remember, we talked about the image in terms of the quantum field. That in the quantum field, an image is created and then it's reflected back to you from the metaphysical side into physical reality and manifested. So you've got to create that image. Not an image of poverty, not an image of lack, not an image of don't have or not enoughness. An image of abundance, an image of I already have it, an image of faith in this process, that you know that these laws work, that you know that you're a creator. It's that kind of faith. And here's some of the things, guys, that I've X'd out that you shouldn't do. Don't chase. Don't chase money. Don't chase people. Don't chase love. But specifically, if you want abundance, don't chase it. It's a sure way that abundance will always run away from you. A sure way to keep abundance away from you is chase it. And on the other side of that, and it is literally on the other side of it, on this flavor, is don't compete. There's nothing to compete. It's unlimited. We believe, we're brought up, appearances show that abundance is limited, that you have to compete for it. You got to take from somebody else to have. This isn't it, guys. It's unlimited. Abundance is unlimited. That metaphysical side has infinite ways to deliver it and infinite abundance to give you. Everybody has plenty and more if they want it, if they line up with it. This is true. This is how the universe works. So don't compete, create, right? You don't have to compete. You don't have to take from others. You create from that metaphysical space, from that field of infinite possibilities. Also, don't push away, right? How do you push away abundance? Well, when you say, well, money, what do you think? Money grows on trees, or money's the root of all evil, or I want to be filthy rich. Abraham Hicks makes fun of that expression. Filthy rich, like it's dirty. When you talk like that, when you feel like that, when you even joke like that, you are pushing abundance away. Right? You're saying that it's filthy to be rich. Right? It's naughty to be rich. Oh, those people, they got it. Like, and then you're when you talk about others like that you think it's bad that they're rich, or you criticize them, or you judge them, all of that pushes abundance away from you. Get that out of your good. Rich is good. Abundance is good. Anything in abundance. Money, it's all energy. It's all good. That's not to say that people don't do things that are that you may find that you don't agree with money, but that shouldn't be your concern. What your concern is to put your attention on what you want. Don't push it away. The other big one, guys, I'm telling you, this is surefire here. We're pulling it all together. We're threading it all together for you today with abundance. Determine what you want. You want abundance. You want to be rich. You want money. You want a great, you want never-ending passive income. Whatever that is, don't start thinking about the how. Oh my God. And I mean that in a literal sense. Don't think about, oh my God, how am I going to do it? Sure way to build up resistance and keep money away from you. The how is left to God. A how is left to the quantum field. The how is left to that field of infinite intelligence, or what Richard Wattles says, that intelligent, formless substance. Leave the how to that, because there's an infinite amount of ways to deliver it to you for it to happen. It should surprise you, right? Remember we talked about getting in the way of creation? When you want to be the causing the effect. Not the effect of the cause. Where we get in the way, you go Newtonian. I talked about Newton saying that, for every cause there's an effect, and it's predictable. Don't predict it. It should be unpredictable. You want to predict how it's going to come, through what method, what you have to do to get it. All of that limits you. All of that collapses the wave that we talked about in the quantum field, collapses the wave of possibilities, and forms a manifestation right there of you not getting it, right? Guys, if there's an infinite amount of ways, just let it come. Let it surprise and delight you. And most of the time it does. You hear the stories, right? Never expected. So don't forget about the how. When negative events come up, you've got to look at those as positive, as leading you on the path, always, no matter what it is, guys. This is important. This is the whole idea we talked about when we were talking about reality transurfing, about coordinating, always looking at everything as interpretation as positive, because you don't have the bigger picture. You don't know if that event didn't happen, it probably wouldn't lead you to the next event, and boom, there's the money, or there's the abundance. But be abundant all the way. Enjoy the process. So even if negative events come up, enjoy the process. Say, aha, great, I'm so happy that happens. I know, because I know that this is leading to what I want. And you got to be happy now. You got to be happy in the process. You can't be unhappy. Abraham Hicks, that spiritual teacher again, says this, and I love this. You can't be unhappy. A happy ending doesn't come from being happy, right? Feeling unhappy doesn't lead to a happy ending. Just doesn't. Happy leads to happy. So guys, if a negative event comes up, you gotta establish your relationship to it. We talked about this. Look, when you have emotions can be triggered by negative events. I get it. I'm not saying suppress the emotions. I'm saying reframe them. Decide what your relationship to the event's going to be. If you get the emotion, quickly decide, well, what do I want my relationship to the event? Decide how you want to feel before that stuff comes up. That's the best time. Yeah? Establish your relationship to it, and then then you'll be able to overcome that emotion. It's you establishing the relationship to it. You know, Joe Dispenza talks about this in his book, and psychologists and they all talk about this idea that past experiences, that we establish a feeling with that experience. And we carry that feeling into the present and into the future. When an event comes up, it triggers that feeling that we had on an experience like that, and we carry that with us. And we create the same type of things. Guys, you get to halt that. You get to establish your relationship with life. Remember this in reality transurfing. Decide, you get your relationship to the world decides your life. So that's very important. The other thing, and finally, don't doubt, right? Doubt is a sure way to block everything that you want in your life, right? You got to have faith. Remember, it's faith that this exists, that this divinity exists, this higher consciousness exists, this quantum field exists to deliver everything you want. And when negative events come up or it looks like it's not fitting the script, double down on faith. Double down on your intention. It's not the time to throw in your hand. It's the time to double down on, yes, more than ever you can say to yourself when a negative event comes up, more than ever I choose this. Without, again, in a very carefree resoluteness. Don't put any resistance on it, but double down on knowing that it's going to come true, and the knowing that you're going to feel abundance. Double down on gratitude when a negative event comes up. Double down on giving away abundance. If you double down when negative events come up, you're going to start looking at negative events in a whole different way, because soon to follow that will be a sign from the universe that you're on the right track, that reversing that negativity and not responding to it, not reacting to it. Instead of reacting, create. Instead of opposing, compose what you want to do, right? This is the idea. This is powerful stuff today, guys. We'll do more on this, but this is your surefire way to feel abundance. Not later, but now. To feel rich now. Knowing that it's coming, knowing that you chose to have it, knowing that no negative event is going to throw you off track and take you down the negative rabbit hole, right? You are sure, you have faith that you're doing all these things, and that any event that comes up, positive or negative, is leading you to all that you want. And how do you know? Because you have the feeling now that you already have it. You're doubling down on gratitude, double down on giving away abundance, double down on choosing to have it. These are 3 surefire ways, guys. And these are the things you want to stay away from, right? Create that image. And the mirror of the world, its law, it will reflect back that image to you. This is how it works, guys. Well, that's all I have for right now. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment on the video, share it. That's how we get our message out. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And subscribe. We love subscribers. And there's a little subscription with me, with a caricature of me with a headset, or anytime through the video there's a logo of Be Something Wonderful. Just tap that. Guys, until next time, this is Tom Karen with Be Something Wonderful. With great love. See you soon.